Hello everyone and welcome to the stream today. It's a nice blustery day outside, the wind is blowing, the temperature's gone down, the rain is falling sideways, and my patio furniture is being blown over, so decided we're gonna have just a nice chill hot coffee stream here. No, not that hot coffee. God, that joke totally dates me. Anywho, it is F&M at home artisan day today, so figured I love me some artisan slash popper. So I built 4 decks here. We're going to give it a little try and run through the artisan little gauntlet here, see who's playing, and then maybe end things with a draft if we have some time, or possibly some standard. Trying not to play too much standard right now, simply because the metagame is probably going to be shifting hugely after this weekend. Almost guaranteed Euro ban, and I just don't even want to be dealing with that right now, so I'm more than happy to wait. I've been playing an Abzan build that I'm having a lot of fun with, similar to, you know, stuff I've run in the past, but with the new cards. Eerie Ultimatum, still real good if you get to cast it, and there aren't a ton of counter spells. The blue-black control deck is definitely a thing, but you know, you can run them out of counter spells eventually. They're not putting pressure on you, really, because a lot of them are only playing like Sharknado and maybe 1 or 2 other things that are actually going to be dealing damage, so there's not a huge clock. But yeah, we're going to start this up, give it a try. First thing we're going to do is take this Azorius deck, kind of, you know, pretty basic Azorius Flyers deck. Bring up the deck list here as we're playing. It was so nice to wake up this morning and be like, okay, for breakfast, we're having hot cocoa. For lunch, we're having a latte. Hot drinks are back. It's the best time of year. Okay, so you can see what we're doing here. There is a minor party theme going on, so we got some rogues, we got some clerics, we got some warriors. But of course, as per the usual, Staggering Insight, you know, Curious Obsession, Curiosity, both amazing cards. Staggering Insight just kind of keeps up that. So we're more than happy to keep this. It is kind of a tempo deck more than anything else, but the main thing is throwing a Staggering Insight on something, have it survive, get you value, get ahead, win. The nice thing about playing Artisan is now with all the dual cards, there's a lot more variety going around. So this must be a landfall deck, would be my guess. So I think we are safe to jam the Staggering Insight. At the same time, though, I could play this Vandal and then get ahead next turn. Yeah, I think we're going to hold and play a Vandal. It has Flash, so that helps. Landfall's pretty popular. Selesnya Token's pretty popular. Flyers is popular. Dimir Control is still never going away. As long as there's like a popper-like format, there will be a Dimir Control deck. Alright, this little 0-1 is suddenly a scary 4-5. Ah, I'm perfectly fine with that because that guarantees we get to draw. And this Vandal's gonna get too big for him to kill, probably. We're gaining life, so that really helps. Ooh, another Insight. Okay. And we'll throw this out just so it can block for us. As I said, there's a very minor party theme in this deck. The Emiria Angel, or I forget the name of it exactly, but the 1/1 that comes in with +1/+1 counters for the number of creatures in your party. Emiria Captain. There we go. Instead of playing that, though, I think we're going to go Staggering Insight and play another Fairy Vandal here. Just keep growing the team. Drawing a million cards. There we go. Hard to beat Curiosity effects when they get going, if they're protected. That wasn't really protected, but the creature was just too big. Throwing a McKindy. This card is absolutely horrible. I don't know why that card's a rare. I know they're trying to push kicker again, but it's so bad. Alright, this hand seems okay. We got the shelter for the white mana. Wish it came in untapped, but that's fine. Watcher is one of the more powerful creatures we can have here. I think we want to play this tapped first turn, and then Watcher second turn, and then kind of go to town with these guys and refill. We got the Mutate deck. So the Mutate deck can get big and scary, at least past iterations of it. That is for sure. The Sharks are really good tempo pieces. One downside with this deck, don't really have a ton in the way of interaction. Have a couple counter spells, but that's about it. We're just gonna go wide, get some damage in. Hopefully next turn we can Winged Words into a Staggering. The fact that Staggering Insight gives you lifelink is actually real good. Very underrated part of that card. Heron, okay. So we got a Cleric, we got a Rogue, we got a Wizard, and a Warrior. So we might as well just throw down this big thing. Should play this Tranquil Cove tapped. Ooh, this is terrifying. So I really need to find my Bubble Snare, and soon. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with this. Because now they have Keyword Soup Mutate, and I cannot kill that. Lofty Denial, unfortunately, is a little bit too late. I'm going to need either another Kite Cell Cleric so I can attack through. Yeah, this giant flying 9/9 is probably the biggest wall that I'll ever see. Terrifying. I'm gonna say no. We can't have double of that effect going on. And the card draw. And everything else. Oof. Yeah, I think we're just gonna call that. We have no good way of doing with that. There's 2 Bubble Snares. That's about it. More Kite Cell Clerics, but yeah, we're too far behind. Tempo decks, when you get behind, it's real hard to catch up. So I'm not even gonna try. Okay, we don't have a blue mana, which is very highly suspect. Opponent's going first. I think we have to pitch this. Okay, much better. Nice thing about Fairy Vandal is it lets us hold up for the Lofty Denials. Black-white, possibly Clerics. I'm probably going to Lofty Denial whatever he plays this turn and then Bubble Snare the Grim Dancer. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage here. Really could use some card draw, though. Yep. It's not card draw at all. Oh, that's another one. We don't have blue up. Merfolk Windrobber is really not a very good card. I am going to say that now. I'm not a huge fan. Like, I keep wanting it to be a replacement for Siren Storm Dancer or the Flash Pirate that I can't think of the name of. It's just, yeah, it's nowhere near as good. Oh boy, once this caffeine kicks in. Yeah, this looks like a decent hand. Question is, do we lead off on the Disruption? I think we do to guarantee that we hit 3. Yeah, especially since we didn't draw one there. We're going to be playing a Fairy Vandal and then throwing the Staggering Insight. And probably just Bubble Snaring this Conclave Mentor. So otherwise it's going to get super scary. Oh yeah, it's going to get super scary. So So this one's going to be a race for sure. Lofty Denial's pretty good there. Fortunately, this Conclave Mentor still does do plenty for my opponent. Thinking maybe I need to play a couple unsummons in here. So we're gonna Winged Words to attempt to find another mana to then play another Fairy Vandal. If not, we'll just play the Wind Robber. Okay. So we want to establish the second Fairy Vandal. The only thing that's going to keep us alive is gaining life off the Staggering Insight. So hopefully we'll be able to out-life gain our opponent. Their beetles are going to get huge, though, is the issue. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not going to be fast enough. Guy built a Selesnya deck, but it's not playing beetles. Even though beetles look pretty darn good right now. Especially off the back of a Conclave Mentor. Because that's terrifying, what's going on here. Guess we can play the old game of just throw things out to get in front of him until I can kill him. Even though these are all becoming lethal very quickly. So we got 5 mana to work with. I think we want to keep up the Lofty Denial if possible, but I don't think it might not be possible. So those are going to be 12/12, so I can't afford to take a hit. So we just got to play some stuff out. Question is what? I don't think it really matters the size. He's saying GG, so he probably has piece of removal. Oh, protection. Okay. Yep, that would do it. Gonna play each of these decks about probably 5-6 games apiece. Have 4 decks ready. Always jealous of the guy's cradle sleeves whenever I see him. Since Cradle is one of my all-time favorite cards. Okay, so opponent's on Simic. Or, I mean, is it? Wow. Simic. Is it makes a lot more sense. Probably have another piece, but I want to play this. It sets up better for other turns. I mean, true, he could remove it, but... There's a Mystic. Mystic is real good. Staggering Insight seems very good. Let's see what we get draw. Cloudkin, okay. We'll play it slow. Because with the Staggering, we're just officially playing Protect the Watcher. And since we have a Denial in hand, we actually can afford to do that. Alright, our opponent just passed their turn. It's interesting. They must want to keep multiple spells up to interact with this Watcher. That'd be my guess. So the problem is all they need to do is cast 2 things to pump that to be able to kill. So yeah, it's not worth attacking. And thankfully this doesn't disappear. Ooh, got another Lofty. Yeah, because even if I counterspell him, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, he can still double spell pretty easily. But that might actually change things. So you can get up to being a 5. Yeah, no, I think that's worth it at this point. I'll be gaining 5 life anyway. He's gonna have to use 2 spells at least. He already got Riv and Opt. There's a good chance he has another Opt or another Shock. Oh, okay. Hello, Angel Pie. Thanks for joining. How are you on this fine day? This blustery afternoon? On what is officially your weekend? We're gonna say no to this. Ah, math worksheets. See, teachers, even when they're not teaching, have homework to do. Because teachers never stop teaching. Ooh, another staggering. That's good for next turn. Alright, let's see if my opponent has any way to come back from being down 32 to 3. I have my doubts. Ah, double staggering. Okay. Yep. Alright, so this deck went 2 and 3. Not the best, but that's okay. Go ahead and give a little preview of the next deck list going on here. Which is ironically going to be an Is It build of my own. Is it really? Ugh. What'd we get? Ooh, Nyx Lotus. That's a fun card in the real world. Not so much online. So, quick look at that Is It deck. Similar thing, definitely playing the Sprite Dragons. Playing a couple Improbable Alliance. That's the main difference. Riddle forms. Okay, we have no red mana. We do have a frantic inventory to try and draw out, and our opponent's going first. Oh! No. The opponent decided they didn't want to play. So I'm not even going to count that as a win. Didn't even get a chance to take our mulligan. Alright, this hand has the opposite problem of the last one, except for we actually want blue this time, and we're going first, so this is not really keepable. I mean, we could just try and get rid of the crash through, but yeah, this is much better. Keep 6. Let's go ahead and toss the... You want double red or double blue? That's hard to say, honestly. I'm going to toss the royal. Because I think I want both double blue and double red. Alright, as we've seen, this card can get out of control real fast. So sadly, I don't have the good interaction, but that's fine. Riddle form. That's a good draw. And our opponent just said nope. So we're not going to count that one either. Well, so far we have 2 wins to concessions. The thing about MTGA that I really don't enjoy is people are super fickle, and it's one thing to concede when you know you can't win. It's another thing to concede, like, right at the start of a game. All you're doing is wasting people's time. It's not cool. Yeah, I know it's free, there's no stakes, whatever, but all you're doing is wasting people's time. And we saw nothing from our opponent that game that would suggest their hand was unwinnable. It was too early. Alright, so we have all of our threats this game, and none of our things to power the threats, so we'll see how that goes. Ugh. Yep, that does work that way. I think next turn we're looking at a Sprite Dragon into an Alliance. So they're playing the Ominous Sea variant. Which definitely has a better later game. We don't have the blue mana. No! Well. I think we're gonna push damage this way. Man, this only having 1 blue mana really sucks right now. Huh. I think we just have to hope that he doesn't have, like, shock or something to kill us this turn. And then Alpha Strike next turn. Actually, no, he just has us. Oh, no. No, he didn't attack with everything. He was supposed to attack with everything. Nope, doesn't matter. Good game, opponent. Man, we're having some dropped frames today. Bitrate is all over the place. Internet has been a little bit unstable in the Portland area the last couple days. Alright, our land's coming to play tap, but we have our colors. And we have things to do with them, so... It's not going to be the fastest start, but it's keepable. Alright, our opponent may be asleep at the keyboard. Well, this may just be another one of those, unfortunately. And now our opponent's suddenly there. Okay. Maybe they just want to give themselves a handicap. Red-white, they could be playing the Houndmaster deck. Or a variant of Cycling. Cycling is strictly worse than it used to be. It's the problem. So of course with Cycling you don't have the #1 payoff. You don't have the solar flare, whatever it's called. I mean the 5/4s are kind of big and scary and all. So I'm going to be taking some damage from that, but we'll see. I think we're going to royal and kill this thing. It's the incidental damage that's happening. No bueno. Alright, the opponent's deep in the tank here, apparently. Either that or just not paying attention. More time for me to drink coffee. Coffee's almost gone. Alright. It looks like our opponent, yep. He just went AFK for too long. Can't afford to be missing 2 turns. We have a random mail drain pack open. And we got nothing. Okay, continuing on. I'm gonna give this one more. We've hit that pocket of players that just don't want to play, unfortunately. So that might be changing our plans a little bit. So I'd much rather be playing actual games, so we might just head over to the ladder. Run the other 2 decks pretty quick, but only give them like 2-3 games apiece. Ah, so we probably have Dimir control here. Do we play into the Isle? Yeah, I think we have to. Sorry, the Jawari Disruption. Okay. Instead, we just have a kill spell for it. Or a Thief. Okay, so we're playing against rogues. And he's giving me the heart emoji. Go ahead and mute. Drown in the lock. Okay. Gonna give this one about 1 more turn. See, now this is one of those cases where we've just been out-tempoed to the point we can't catch back up, especially with what we have in hand. So I'm willing to see what I draw off this opt and off my turn. That thing is horrifying. That won't do it. And that won't do it either. Alright, time to change up decks once again. Head over into Dimir Control Land. Quick little overview of the deck. Pretty basic, a lot of control pieces. A couple Sanctums for some extra value. Teferi's Tutelage. Always love a Tutelage kill. The thing about these best of ones is pretty much no one is playing like enchantment removal, so enchantments are that much better as a result. Yeah, we can go ahead and keep this. We have a Sanctum on 2, which is pretty darn good. I'm not going to worry about this Blood Chiefs yet. This dog is going to do some damage, but gain the Sanctum down. Ooh, okay. And we got another dog. Well, we're playing into this Pestilent Haze. Just gonna be taking a little bit of damage until that happens is all. Yep, go wide. So my opponent's gonna be scooping. That's pretty much all that's gonna happen here. Ooh, thankfully I got my mute off quickly enough on that one. Do we start the tutelage or do we kill this annex? I think we kill this annex. Immolator is pretty darn good. That's also pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and kill this before it gets a chance to get bigger. Only downside with Dimir is it is a deck that definitely kind of just dirtles for a while. But hopefully after this second Teferi's Tutelage, you might think about picking it up. But then again, who knows? Might not. let's see if our opponent is timing out on purpose. Nope. They're letting it happen. That's good. Putting up the good fight. I'll give him that. Oh yeah, that pretty much just ends it. Have fun dealing with this every turn. I'm not saying this deck is fun police, but it's kind of fun police. It's killing by the one of the most reviled ways of killing people, and that's in mill. People just hate playing against mill. And then the whole rest of the deck is just like counter spells and kill spells. So I would definitely say it's a little bit fun police. This is okay. We're gonna need more black. But we got double blue to work with. Things are a little bit off curve because everything comes in tapped. But that might not really matter if we're playing against something else with blue. If they're opting turn one, probably is it again? Be my guess at least. And they might be looking for red mana. Ooh, or we got a mill battle. Okay. And yet again, game's not even close to being over. First threat gone, and they just scoop. Come on, people. This happens a lot in the brawl queues too, which is unfortunate. Not the best hand, but we'll keep it. We can hopefully draw out of it. Blood Chief's Thirst, by far one of the best kill spells we've had since Fatal Push. It being sorcery speed really does hurt, though. If it was an instant, ooh, boy, it'd be real good. Most likely going to be thirsting and discarding a thirst. Because, you know, that's just how we roll. Do we want to discard the enchantment? Not really. I was hoping we'd get another untapped land. creatures are in tap land. Because this thing gets out of control real fast. But I might just wait. Yeah, let's get this tutelage started. They're playing Vessel, which means they're probably playing the 3 mana Bring Things Back, so we don't mind getting rid of that with Cling to Dust. Laka Predation. I feel like I need to kill this Angel of Vitality. So it's gonna be getting big and scary pretty quickly. And its ability combined with this start taking a lot of extra damage I don't need to take. So I think we're going to jam this tutelage and then Thirst, and we're going to attempt to deck them out before they can kill us, but it's going to be real close. So we get 12 cards off the Thirst, plus another 4 off this tutelage, so that's 16 so far, almost half the deck, if we can get another Thirst. Ooh. Or we're just gonna cast that. I'm fine with that. The Chorister survives. Yeah, we have to do that. Because otherwise he pumps and we lose 5 life based on the Blight Priest. So I think we're just dead there. 5, 8, 9, plus another 5, yeah. Ugh. So, we have 1 turn now to kill him. Yeah. Okay. We gained a little extra time. That's good. Blood Chiefs really helps. Discard that, discard that. Yeah, so this one's gonna be real close, but I think we might have it. So we're drawing another 2, so milling another 8. We can kill off the 5/5. Basically, we just need to survive till our turn. Okay, that's not going to do it. That's also not going to do it. Yep, we just barely got there. Good game, opponent. Yeah, the turn that I played the second Teferi's Tutelage, if I hadn't played it that turn, I don't know if I would have gotten there. Sometimes you just need to advance your board state to actually be able to win the game. Probably only play 2 more games with this deck, and then switch over to something else. Also might do a little bit shorter of a stream today, since it is Friday. Not that every day isn't the weekend these days. Do I want to use your deck? Do you even have a deck? Question mark? Take advantage of that now. You have a mono blue deck? I am so confused. Something aggro. Okay. And now I'm officially being effed with. I mean, the next deck I'm going to be playing is something aggro, but... Considering Angel Pie that you've played all of 2 times in your life that I know of. Maybe 3. Maybe I'll give you 3. What do we want to discard? Let's get rid of that. Let's let this mill train begin. Sprite Dragon, gladly. Man, I need more music like this in the playlist. Just nice and upbeat. Which totally reminds me, I've been doing a rewatch of Cowboy Bebop because it's been a couple years since I last watched it. And still amazing as always, and the music is just so good. Cowboy Bebop has to be one of the best anime soundtracks of all time. If not the best, honestly. I might put it there as my number 1. Oh man, my opponent didn't want to deal with Fun Police. Okay, one more game with this deck and then we'll switch it up to the final. Little preview of the final deck there. Over to some Selesnya counters. I don't know about the rest of the internet, but I know I'm ready to watch people beat up on each other this weekend with Uro for the final time. It'll be very nice come Monday. Fingers crossed, but I'm gonna say 100% ban on Uro. It's in way too many decks. It's what they need to do for the health of Constructed Magic going forward. Just get rid of that stupid card. Alright, so we might be playing against a kicker style deck. Yep, we definitely are playing against a kicker style deck. Do I want my opponent to be able to ramp, or do I just kill that now? I think I might just kill it. Or it could be ramping into something that I can counterspell. We'll be patient. We got this disruption. That, though, we need to kill, because that's the thing that'll kill us in this deck. For sure. Question is, what do we want to discard? We'll get rid of this Cling to Dust. If he tries to kick that, which he might if he drew a land, the explosive, we'll just go ahead and counter it. Field research, that we're not going to counter. That's fine. That, on the other hand, very easy choice. Do we want to keep developing the land? Yes. And now we're just at the slow but inevitable grind them out phase. Sure. Angel Pie, you would. That's right, conversations happening off stream. Okay, we're looking for tutelage so we can get this thing into overdrive. That is what I need. That's everything I need in my life. And we'll take this Essence Scatter. Force the opponent to play into it. I was gonna say the Sanctum is definitely death by 1,000 cuts. Do I care about that first one? No, not really. We can always bounce that thing. Into the Royal. That we are going to be countering. Alright, we didn't even get to the tutelage that game. Time to put this deck to bed. Fun police just be fun policing. And we'll go over to our last deck here, give it a quick preview. Pretty basic Selesnya, Wildwoods, Conclaves. Not a whole lot to talk about. Get a couple of the new spells like the McKindy Stampede in here. The crazy looking bird thing. Like Baby Griffin, whatever we got going on here. That's one of the goofiest pieces of Magic art I've seen in a long time. We'll give this one a couple games and then we'll switch over, and I don't know. Might draft, might play standard. Not really sure what I'm in the mood for right now. Draft, I've been kind of so-so with this set. Feels like if you don't draft base white, you're just doing it wrong. I mean, yes, you can make decent like black-blue decks, but I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. Might have another opponent that is asleep at the keyboard. Come on, people. Need more coffee in your life. So the one downside about Wildwood Scourge is you can't play it on one. It'd be so much better if you could play it on one. With this we got going on, we're gonna play out this Hollow Blade. Hollow Blade. I can't even speak anymore. Immolators for days. Let's see if he attacks in. Nope. Come on, friend, you don't want to attack? That's sad. The next turn we're gonna go Mentor Land. Or we might actually just go Wildwood. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Wildwood because then I can follow up with Mentor Land for some of the big goodness. Yeah, so that's pretty much the same. The next turn's gonna be a big turn. Everything's gonna get giant. You can see just how out of control things are. Okay, okay. We're adding some stuff to the party. Okay, yeah, we're definitely getting out of control. We're gonna be wildin'. Yup. I don't know how my opponent deals with that either. We're missing the goodness. This hand is not nearly as fun. We're gonna go ahead and mulligan that. Yeah, sure, we can keep this. What do we want to get rid of is the real question. We want to keep all of our lands, so I think we're getting rid of this Solidarity. This hand is not nearly as bonkers as that last one. Oh no, we got the mill deck. This time it's our turn to be milled out. Man, these are so awkward coming in tapped. And the puppers isn't really going to do anything for a while, so tapped it is. Ooh, this could be a very quick game. Double Ruin Crab, I don't know how I deal with that. And Secret Keeper, okay, yeah. This is actually just terrifying. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be anywhere close enough to fast. Now we can't even attack in. Yep, that is going to be a good game. We're way too far behind, way too slow. There's nothing we're doing with that one. Without having our explosive cards, even though that start was about as good as they could have gotten, so there's no way around that. Now that was mono blue for you, Angel Pie. Oh, we got the weird bird. We'll keep it. And the weird new 3-mana Explorer. It's such a strange card. Kind of cool, though. Okay. Do we play Mentor, or do we play Fledgling? Which one do we care about dying right away? I think we play the Fledgling because he's less likely to just kill it on site. Yep, I'm definitely going to be taking some damage from this deck. They probably have Shock in hand. Maybe not? No. Oh, that is not a land. Well, hopefully we draw land. See if he's willing to attack into this. What you got, opponent? What you got? Ooh, you were not a land either. I think we're good doing that and that. Or do we want to wait one turn? I think we're dead if we wait one turn. Puppers and Solidarity. We'll just play this game of my things are bigger than your things. And hopefully get there. Wonder if he's playing Joust. If he was, though, he probably killed the Conclave Mentor already. It's an interesting choice. Especially since that's Exile. I wouldn't have gotten the life gain off that. Huh. Guess he just wants a flyer. Alright. Alright, okay. Yeah, my opponent just wants flyers, apparently. Land. Oh, you are not land. Oh. We're just gonna try finding land still. There we go. Probably honestly should have waited to play that land, but whatever. So the problem with this move is if I find a land, my opponent just dies. And he's realizing that. So we're not dead next turn, but we're getting pretty close. We just pretty desperately need to find a land. Well, Weird Bird Griffin was not the answer. GG opponent. Go ahead and run this back for one more. And then I think I'm going to draft. I think that seems like the right thing to do. Close things out. We're going to do a traditional draft as opposed to a premiere. Just go 3 rounds, call it good. It'll take about the same amount of time anyway. Okay. Man, I miss Vines of Vastwood. I wish that card was still around. Alright, so this time we're playing against blue-black. I know the pain that is coming my way. There's the tutelage, nice and early. So I'm wanting to dodge the Pestilent Haze is what I'm wanting to dodge. The other things I can get around with this guy. But the haze is going to kill me. We can't really play the Selfless Saviors out into it, unfortunately. But any targeted removal, we have Feat of Resistance. And we can just make him indestructible. Oh, we have Crab. Okay. We need to push damage. See if he tries to Heartless. Nope. So we can Puppers and then Solidarity. Oh, we can't even Solidarity. We don't have the right mana. Heights, though. That's annoying. Oh, and the second tutelage. This is going to go real bad real quick. Real bad real quick. My deck is just going to evaporate. Yeah, we're just going to call it right there. I think that is going to be it for the artisan portion of things. Time to head over to a draft. Alrighty, so I'm probably going to take this pathway just because there's still so many cards in this set that I need. It's a problem. They upgraded the number of mythics in this set, so mythics are now harder. And of course, any set that has dual lands that you need, that just takes all of your stupid wild cards away. So, as much as I want to take like this Little Mage Domination, really good card, Clerical Life Bond, really good card to build around. Yeah, we're just going to take the pathway because we need it. Still probably going to be forcing white. Yeah, I think we're definitely forcing white. Skyclave Apparition, another card that I need, but also really good. And the Apparition is a core spirit. Sadly, it doesn't have an actual... it's not like a warrior or a mage or a wizard or any of that stuff. So it doesn't really work for the party mechanic. Maybe we'll go 3-color party this time. That sounds a little bit hinky, but we could try it. I think white-green party is probably my favorite variation of party. Either that or, well, white-green. White-black's really good. White-blue, if you get the payoffs. White-red, probably my least favorite. White-red is definitely the most aggressive, though. Okay, so our kind of party payoffs that we're looking for. Seagate Colossus is great. It's huge, but we usually don't want more than one. Synchronized Spellcraft, also another really good one. The Cascade Seers are always good too, and the Angel Hearts. So we got quite a few cards that can come back around to us. I think we're going to take the Synchronized Spellcraft just because it is very good removal. Removal is not quite as important in this, I've found. Just because there are so many, like, 3/2s, 3/3s, that kind of thing running around. So as long as you have something with 3 power to kill things, you're usually pretty good. Royal Eruption is real good. And I think it is our pick. Deadly Alliance is one of the better party payoff cards. So we might go red, white party, splash blue, possibly. Or not even worry about the splash. All depends on what we see. I tend to prioritize removal a little bit heavier myself toward the start of a draft. Lizard, the doggo. Golem is really good if you can get it going because it's 6/6 for 3. Sometimes it does nothing though. Cunning Geyser Mage is pretty good. That would be our blue splash, but the problem is you need 2 blue to really make it work. I really like the Relic Golem. Gonna take the Geyser Mage. I think it's the most powerful card there. And we might be going for some bad 3-color hybrid anyway. Cleric of Chill is better if you're on the little bit more defensive side. Angel Heart is just fine. Angel Heart does some work. Don't mind a Scavenge Blade having at least one piece of equipment. It's not the best, but I think it's just fine here. There is some synergy in red for having equipment. Usually you want to be in red-black, though. Alright, Practice Tactics is one of the best payoffs. You can kill so many things for 1 mana. Had a deck with 5 of these, it was kind of crazy. So nothing really exciting here. Nothing that we actually want to play. Take the pressure point just in case. The Ox isn't really where we want to be going. Cinderclasm is fine. Expedition Healer's okay also. I think we'll take the Cinderclasm. You never know. Sometimes that 2 damage is enough to wipe the entire board. Seagate Colossus, we'll definitely take that. And we got our Goblin Wizard back. So now we're starting to get a couple party members. Ooh, Angel of Destiny. There's the kind of hits we want to see. This card is so funny. alternate win conditions. And alternate win conditions that could just backfire on you big time. Alright, there's almost nothing in this pack for what we were doing. That's very unfortunate. I'm gonna take the end of the Royal. Still don't think we're splashing into blue, but that's probably the most powerful card there for us to do that we might be able to play. Kazul's Fury is good, but we have a lot of removal as is. And we have nothing that's gonna be giant. Royal Eruption is okay. I think we need the creature, though. So we're low on creatures so far. We don't really have a ton of warriors at the moment, but we'll get more. Only got 2. Another wizard will hopefully come around. We are taking Thundering Rebuka because it's one of the best pieces of removal that we got. So we're looking pretty removal heavy, unfortunately. We need creatures. We might have to end up playing a couple subpar creatures as a result. But we're still probably not playing blue. So far, both the cards we've taken for blue require double blue, and that's not worth it for the splash. Ah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Outriders are real good. If you got the party going, Outrider makes something real huge real fast. It's that 3/3 body, which 3/3 is pretty much where you want all your creatures to be in this draft environment. Okay. That's a weird one. So the Archon is fun. It's a 2/3 flyer for 3, which is fine on its own. The other text on it really usually not going to have anything to do with draft, unfortunately. I think we are going to take the Stonework Pack Beast just because we want at least 1 or 2 of those if we're going to party deck. Oh, and we have another pair of tactics. Perfect. And I think we are pretty much officially done taking any kind of removal. I just really like paired tactics. I'd play it over some of the other removal I've taken so far. But probably going to want 5, maybe 6 pieces of removal at the most. And the rest we need creatures. So, Scorch Rider is not terrible. Shatterskull Minotaur is not terrible. I think we're going to take the Minotaur just because it's big and beefy. That's another warrior. So the Goma Fata Vanguard's looking better. So nothing we really want to play here. I guess we can grab the links for another early creature. Doesn't really help us with our party at all, though. In this case, nothing I want, so I'm going to take the uncommon. Got a Puppers, not really going to do anything for us. At least I don't think it will. Yeah, so this Lynx and the Hound, we're not probably going to play. We want to keep up to the party shenanigans if possible. Not that we have a ton of payoffs for it, but only gonna play one of these Scavenge Blades at the most. Probably won't even play that many. Ambusher, that's a card I can actually play. Okay, so we finally found a party payoff, but it's in the wrong colors, which is unfortunate. Could go for another Thundering. could just go for the bug catcher. Oh, Thundering's real good. Yeah, Paragon is just not enough for what we want to be doing. All the removal, but this is really good removal. Yeah. I know I said I was going to stop taking removal. And of course, there's Nahiri's Binding right after, which is also really good. Whatever. We'll take the Skyclave. It's free. Adept is pretty good for us. Another Royal Eruption. Yeah, if we want to just go like heavy white-red control, paired tactics. Yeah, no, we have to take creatures. Farsight Adept is pretty good, though. It keeps you going. Alright. Royal Sorcerer is not where we want to be. That is for sure. Looks like we have a whole lot of 2s. Not going to be playing most of those. We'll take another Outrider. So we have an okay number of 2-drops. That's definitely a must when you're playing the party deck if you want to curve out. That's pretty good. Man, and we have even more removal. Jeez. We might be taking some removal later just because that's all that's available to us. Forget if I need more wizards or clerics, but I think I'm going to take the Electromancer for the... And get some tempo going sometimes. There's a payoff. Shepherd will gain us a lot of life. So our party's getting a little bit better as it goes. Deck is coming more into focus. I think pretty much every creature we play in this deck is going to be part of the party except this Skyclave. Could take the Skyclave Plunder and have that be the splash. Nah, not worth it. It's a really good card, but not worth messing things up. We might play 2 of the giant things. Oh, do we want another practice tactics? Yeah, sure, why not? This card is absolute garbage. I've drafted it several times. It's never done anything for me. That card is garbage. Alright. Time to build something fun here. I'm going to leave out the land creatures for the time being. And we're going to skip blue entirely. Not worth it. Alright. Alright, I think this is going to work out. I'll have to make probably 2 cuts. We do have quite a few things in the 5s, so we don't necessarily want to cut down on land so much. I've cut one of these planes to play this guy. $19 creatures, which is plenty. You know, I think this Angel of Destiny might be a trap. As much fun as it'd be, I think it's a trap. So I'm gonna cut it. And then probably only one Seagate Colossus. Let's run it this way, see what happens. We can always sideboard things in. Well, Pack Beast is gonna die. That's such a weird card, but it's one of the most important cards for party decks, by far. It's gonna get a little bit bigger. That's fine. Three warriors, so practice can only do so much, which is really nice. Apparition, maybe? Real one of these things? Yeah. My opponent has pretty much already ran out of things to do. Which one of these things do I want to kill? Let's go ahead and kill there. I have a very healthy respect for the card practice tactics, so I'm not attacking it with this. That's just not happening. Not happening. Go ahead and run it back. Seemed to work. Sure. See a little bit of synergy in action here. ahead and discard Outrider. Okay. Sure. Alright, opponent, start attacking me at any point. Or not, you know. That works too. Yeah, having 3 of these in hand is just kind of crazy. And my opponent has nothing that really scares me. So I think we just attack through and pretty much wipe his board. Huh. Attack there, attack there, attack there. Yeah. We pretty much just wipe his board. And now he's going to attack me back with at least the 4/3s and lose both of them. He could save 1 if he drew something, maybe. But yeah, doing 6 damage for 1 mana, that's just, that card is way too good. As I said, the deck that I had 5 of those, it was just, oh, it was a beating. You can see what having 3 does. Alright, we're just looking for 2 more match wins here. Probably go 1-1 is my guess. But this deck is pretty solid. As I said, base white. If you're not doing base white, you're doing it wrong. I mean, yes, if you can get, like, say, the landfall deck, you can get real lucky. This hand is not great. I'm gonna see what my opponent does. They're keeping... I'm a little bit afraid of being run over. But then again... Yeah, because I don't really want any of these. That was what I was afraid of. Well, we're gonna keep this and hope to draw some land. We have 2 turns to hopefully draw land. Yep, and that's the argument for keeping the other hand, or possibly mulliganing down to 5. I hate mulliganing down to 5, though. Okay. If we find 1 white mana, we can start playing everything. So we're still doing okay. We're not under a ton of pressure yet. That could change pretty quickly, though. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. That's the way we want to lead off on this. That kills everything. We need a second white, though. Yeah, let's just throw one of these out. It at least blocks. We don't mind trading for this other 3 too. Ideally, we get another white mana this next turn and I can double spell. Well, that didn't trade at all. Alright, now we're officially in trouble. That's 7, possibly more. Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's all gone. I did the COVID cut. Because sometimes, you know, it's so much cheaper. And I'm lazy. And I can wear a hat. But yeah, it is... It's grown back a little bit. It's definitely grown back a little bit. I was growing it out, and then, like, I want to say April or June happened, and I shaved it for the first time. And then I let it grow out, and I think shaved it again, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Junior, you might be the lone mullet. I don't know. Jeff has grown his hair out. But yeah, no, TJ and I did the COVID cut at about the same time, and both shaved. I did mine first, and I was like, yeah, no, it's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. And so he did his. It's a thing. Upkeep's actually not terrible, which is the one thing I was worried about, but getting the right razor really helped. Now I'll just let it grow out until I'm like, yeah, no, just do it again. It also makes my hats fit much, much better. Alright, let's get some mana this time. Yeah, no, we're gonna mulligan that too. Well, there's mana. There's creatures. There's removal. We're gonna keep it. Hopefully we have a little bit better luck than we did last game. Yeah, but the beard is just gonna keep getting longer. This is about the longest I've ever had facial hair, so... Franny keeps joking that she wants to braid it. I told her only if she can get like a little bird beak skeleton kind of thing, you know, a little bird skull, and we could braid it in there, make it very, very, very like Norse. She asked if she could put beads in it. I said, only if we get the bird skeleton, or the bird skull. Yeah, that is the one downside, is it does make wearing a mask pretty difficult. It doesn't, you don't have the same fit at all. Ooh, this song sounds way too Carly Rae Jepsen. Not doing it. This one sounds too slow. Oh, this... okay, yeah. We're just doing the thing. Bring the pain. Wow, yeah, another one. Okay. That's fine. I think we're still attacking through. Oh, we're definitely attacking through. Do we attack with both is the real question. Let's save this guy. He definitely is going to trade with that one. And they're both lethal this way? I mean, they're both lethal regardless. Surprised he's not trading the 3-3 for the 4-2. What are you doing, opponent? What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Oh. Okay. Still got the trade. Wait a sec. Oh, because it went down to... I'm like, why'd that die? Oh, it went back down to having 1 health. Or 1 toughness. Well... I thought everything was handled. Apparently it's not. Well played, opponent. Well played. And we're gonna get a giant thing now. We need to push through that final point of damage. Come on, come on. Man, this is kind of annoying because they can keep just getting those 2 kicker guys back. trading them off. And we have pretty much run out of gas. Huh? Royal Eruption, that works too. It's almost like he knew we had to pay for the Colossus. Yeah, it's okay, we got there anyway. And unfortunately, we just have to pump the brakes now. This flying monstrosity is going to kill us in the air. What'd I say? 1-1 over the final two. Tis the guess. Probably one of the better kicker-centric decks I've seen, though. So they actually have a lot of the payoffs. Like, having double of this guy is really good. Rolling Eruptions. Yeah. They actually were able to track down some of the cards. I tend to not try kicker. Ooh. Ouch. Tend to not go kicker simply because the payoffs usually aren't there. Huh. Oh. I think this one is over. And good game. It's okay, we have one match to salvage a little defeat here. Then after this, I'm going to go and start downloading Alan Wake, because A, I've never played Alan Wake, and I really want to, even though I've owned it for years on Steam. B, it's almost Spooky Month, so I figure what better thing to do during Spooky Month than do a long play of a game like Alan Wake. And I'm kind of wanting my, like, Resident Evil style game. I still need to play Control. I keep hearing nothing but good things about that game. And of course, it's another Remedy game. It sounds like they went and really figured out a lot of their kind of controls and that kind of stuff with it. Okay, we got a big old land threatening to kill us. Sure, I'll kill your land. I think we have to start off with this wizard. Fortunately, everything in our hand is pretty expensive. Yeah, no, we're going on to a new one. Definitely some songs on this playlist that are not great. Oh no, the ox. Nice. Yeah, 2070 supers are legit. Yeah, that's the problem with the 3 series releasing and all the bots buying them up. It's impossible to find any of the new ones. The old ones have gone up in price as a result, unfortunately. It's just all a mess across the board. Do we block that? We might be able to kill the other thing. We'll take the 1. Yeah, and that's the problem, is they're gonna keep going up, too. Interesting, them having problems with overclocking. Yeah, I tend not to overclock my stuff simply because the boost in power that you get out of it, I don't really know if it's worth it. I don't really care quite as much. I'd rather have the thing have a longer lifespan, but that's just me. The same time with this latest computer, it's my first time having a water cooling anything, so I'm a little bit worried about that because I know you have to change the coolant every now and then, and you have to worry about possibilities of leaks and other things. I'm just like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone down this hardware issue. Ooh. If it's a hardware issue, then that's a problem. That is definitely a problem. Because you're not going to be able to get around a hardware issue, unfortunately. Yeah, thankfully, I mean, for the time being, it doesn't look like a lot of those 3 series really need to be overclocked because you're getting gains that are pretty big anyway. Even though it's really funny, I was reading an article the other day about Crisis Remastered, and even on one of the brand new cards and a really good, the rest of the computer was really up to high spec, Crisis Remastered was still causing it to struggle, which just kind of goes back to the lineage of Crisis games breaking computers for the last, 15 years. I love it. Alright, so I can attack through this guy and deal some damage? Sure. See what he wants to die here. Oh, he doesn't want anything to die. Okay. You're taking 7 damage. Yeah, I saw that. Can it run Crisis? I love it. I love it. The answer, usually no. Yeah, man, the good old days when the original Far Cry came out and computers could barely run it, and then Crysis came out and computers just couldn't run it. Okay, so they're only going to have 6 total power, so he's going to be losing both of these. I don't know what my opponent's doing here. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. Junior, have you seen the new Final Fantasy 16 trailer yet? It looks very interesting, to say the least. I'm not sure if they're just officially trying to do Final Fantasy Game of Thrones, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. You're ready? Yeah. I don't know. I'm still not a huge fan of the gameplay from 15, and it looks like continuation of that gameplay. And then kind of the grimdark thing that we've seen in a lot of it. Yeah, the driving was not great. My problem with 15 is I played 15 when it launched, so I didn't get any of the, like, content that was part of the game but not part of the game. So I had it when it was still a mess. I should probably go through and replay it with the added chapters, but yeah, that left a sour taste in my mouth. That, and I don't know, the combat, I don't know, the combat just never really did for me. Like, I'm having in mind the Adamantoise battle, where you're just literally hitting the same button over and over again for like 20 minutes straight. Yeah, good old Iron Golems. I will say probably my favorite thing out of the whole thing was the optional dungeon at the end that was kind of real weird and real not normal dungeon-like. That was probably my favorite thing. Yeah, well, I mean, the game wasn't that hard, and the Adamantoise wasn't really doing that much damage. It just had millions of hit points. I don't know, I found that fight to be really, really boring. But that's just me. Well, my opponent has done the same thing they did last game, and we're going to have the exact same result. I feel kind of bad for him. And as fun as the road trip story was, I don't know, it just, the last, I'd say, third of that game just gets off the rails, and I know a lot of it is because they didn't have those added chapters, which I don't know why they didn't just release the game without, or with those in the first place. That cost 4, sure. Or I could play something, get rid of the Cobra, nah. See if he blocks with the Cobra. game opponent. We were able to salvage a 2-1. Let's see what we open here for booster packs. So we're going to get another Mythic Rare wild card. That's the one nice thing about this. Oh, and a Miria's Call. Good, I need more of those. This set, you need so many different Mythics. Oh, and I need a Branch Off Pathway. Good. So far, this is paying off. Things I actually need. Nighthawk. Not a huge fan of that new Nighthawk. It is not the best. And Felidar Retreat. That is a very good card with the new Omnath deck. Alright, well, I think we are going to go ahead and call it there for the day. Thanks for joining. If you liked what you watched, feel free to go on over to my Twitch, over Twitter, or my YouTube, and hit that like, follow, subscribe. Whichever platform you're on, you can find me at MTG 2020. Also, want to give a quick shout out to Epic Gaming PDX. You can go to epicgamingpdx.com for all your singles and sealed product need between Final Fantasy TCG, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, some board games, and some other great products there. So go ahead and check them out at epicgamingpdx.com. Also, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday night at 6 o'clock, Epic Gaming over on their Facebook and YouTube are going to be streaming out some live tournaments for Final Fantasy TCG on OCTGN. If you want to take part in those tournaments, go ahead and hit up the Facebook for Epic Gaming PDX and send them a little shout out, and they can get you set up with the Discord link that we use for those tournaments. Otherwise, yeah, that is going to do it. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys later. Have a good weekend.